Hello, this is Zedis. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing more Uncleared 2020 levels. I have 5 for you this time. It should have been 6, but for some reason the last level I recorded didn't work. Very unfortunate because it was not a good level. None of these are good levels. Anyway, the video was a little short, and I had also recorded a speedrun of a level from a friend, so I'm going to include that at the end just to kind of draw it out a little bit. But this first level is some new Super Mario Brothers U hot garbage. This one, I don't know, it's just a mess. It's just spammy and garbagey, and you see right away they start off with a fireball falling on your head, so you start off, you're gonna die right away once at least. You want to go in that door to the right. There's a Boom Boom and a Bowser Jr. I did kill the Boom Boom, and he didn't have a key, so I skipped Bowser Jr. I assume he doesn't have a key. He's kind of a difficult place to get to anyway. But yeah, there's just a junk here. Yeah, I moved too far to the right, hit the spike. I'm like, this is garbage. I know this isn't going to get any better. But yeah, if you go through the door, you get that mushroom. That's a good idea anyway. There's a lot of garbage to fight. If we get past that spot, there's a little maze type of thing, and there's 3 doors that you can pick from. I think the first one I choose kills me. I think I did pick the second one, and it just drops me at the beginning. You might have seen a door right to the left up at the beginning. I tried to YOLO, that doesn't work. I don't think I did the life where they started me over at the beginning. I don't think I showed that one. You kind of have to get hit at this point. So actually the mushroom at the beginning isn't really that valuable anyway. But it gets you past like the Boom Boom and the Bowser Jr. You get the fire flower. You can get past here kinda with the mushroom, but if you fall on the bottom, it would be really hard to get into that bottom door. You might be able to do it. You get some stars going through this door, and it's just it's a little trap. But I try to go back, but they actually blocked me off with the one way, so it was like, ah, crap. I should have just reset here, but I killed myself in his little trap. Just so he can have his precious X when he looks at his level. There, your little troll worked on at least one person. So yeah, there's a door back to the left too, but it doesn't go anywhere. So we got a checkpoint, and then here's just tons of garbage. Just everywhere. Actually, if you get past the first area, it's less garbagey. There, I was gonna go boo it again, but I already booed it. Yeah, I actually encountered a couple of levels that I didn't beat, and I gave up on them, but it was mostly because I was looking at them and they were pretty crappy and pretty difficult. One had like a 6.5 minute clear time, and I was looking at the level viewer, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. And the other one was, I don't know, needed some tech that I couldn't figure out right away, so I was like, we'll skip it. But then, yeah, I did a Super Mario. I did start doing going through the styles because I kept getting new Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario World stuff. Here, I jump too far and onto the muncher there. We'll just cut back there. Easy enough to avoid that. If you're on top of the cannon, you can't. You're safe. And here, I just fall off like an idiot. Yeah, I was going through each style, make sure I had a full roster, and I played a Super Mario Brothers 1 level that was kind of a maze. It was kind of hard. It wasn't that bad, but it was bad, so I did end up booing it. But for some reason, it didn't record right, so that's unfortunate. It would have been perfect. It would have been good for the video anyway. So this is just a pretty common bouncing on bullets. We don't know where we're going yet. I just do YOLO and twirl and I get there. I go in the second door, but you saw me hit an invisible block, so we're gonna go back. Luckily that didn't kill me to go in the middle door. The middle door turns out to be the correct door. That just goes up here and I'm like, why is that up there? That's no fun. That's a bad thing. I'm looking for another invisible block, maybe something else, but nothing I see right away. So we'll go through the pipe. We got to go through the pipe to get to the main world anyway, the overworld. And there's the flag, and there's a P-switch above, and I didn't notice it at first, but it says in coins, find, which means he put an invisible block with a P-switch in it somewhere, and I'm like, oh my god. And that one sends you back to the beginning. I don't know what the first door sends you. It might kill you, it might do something else. But when I realized that it was an invisible block, I just looked in the program and found it, because it was like, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to search everywhere for an invisible block. That's not fun. Yeah, so I went back through the third door. It makes me do this whole area again, which is stupid, but fine. It's just as easy as restarting, although I don't have the power up, and I totally forget how far it is to the right, and I mess up and try to bounce off that bullet and I miss. So we'll just cut back here. So where it is you have to drop down on these donut blocks. Actually, you don't even have to do that. You can do it from here. And then I was like, oh, how do I get up there again? Oh, I forgot about the hidden block. It actually had probably taken me a few lives to get back to this point. So grab that. And I go do it, and I know the end is right here. But I end up turning around, and I say, you know what? I gotta go leave a comment, because I'm not going to go back through that whole stage to leave a comment. Because it was quite long. It wasn't that long, really, if you could do it well, but I wasn't gonna do it again. And you know, honestly, the chances that anyone actually plays this stage is pretty low, because I booed it. It had no likes. And you know, I think it probably had a couple of boos before I even got here. It definitely has one more. But yeah, all in all, that's a pretty garbage stage. But it's off the list. By the way, I did watch The Beast this morning, and as of this week, we have like 130,000 levels left, which that's how it was last year too, or when we started the 2019 ones too. It went really slow up front, but when there was about 5,000 left, people were clearing them like 20 at a time. The second level is probably the hardest level that I played this round. It took me about 2 hours, and it's not going to look that hard, but there's some pretty tough platforming here. Best up front to go very fast, and we'll see later. I don't show the whole clear, but the slower you go, the more chances you have of dying. Only 3 of those guys can pop out at once, thankfully. But I boo it immediately because of this. I hate when people do that stuff. Death through the door. There's no time to react to that. We'll cut right back there. You can, if you know what's coming, you can jump. That's honestly, there are a couple other situations later on that deserve a boo. There's some Kaizo block sections where you're likely to die, and it's hard to even get that far. And then there's a picador at the end, which doesn't kill you necessarily, but it leads you back to the beginning of the subworld, just like that last stage. If you notice, there's stuff below those skewers, but if there's a skewer at the top of the screen, that doesn't block you off. So we're going to cut right back there. I'm on top of the skewer. You can't block. You have to put a block above that skewer to make it, to prevent me from jumping over. There's not much down there. This took me a long time. This section took me forever to figure out, but the first time I got to it, I did it right. And then it took me like an hour to get it right again. So I thought about stopping the video to check the video to see how I did it, because I couldn't figure out how to do it. But we're just going to cut back there. We're not going to show too much. And then there's Kaizo blocks there to prevent the big one from hitting you. In the subworld, you just have to go really fast at this point to start off. I don't understand this section. It looks like you should be jumping over the saws or something, but if you just stay down there, it's fine. Yeah, if you jump too fast on these platforms, there are Kaizo blocks. Do I show the whole thing? No, we just cut right back there. This is the last life. Yeah, it's a long stage. This one doesn't look that hard just watching me clear it, but it was rough. Now there's 3 doors. You pick the 3rd door. Oh, and here also deserves a boo. They have arrows pointing down. It's just lava right below there. You have to take a leaping jump or else it doesn't work. Yeah, that stage, that took me a couple hundred lives, I think. It took me a couple hours. Actually, I stopped it after about 2 hours, and I was like, this is really hard. But then I was like, no, we almost beat it. We're going to go back to it. We went back to it, and I beat it in like 2 lives. The last attempt was, the last couple minutes, last couple lives after I started back up were all I needed, apparently. 3rd level, run for your life. This is totally a little Timmy level. Just a straight path to the end and a bunch of enemies in your way. And it's all 100% of the difficulty is in this first enemy. And we saw chain jumps on the last stage really annoyingly. These ones are stacked 3 high, and I thought I could jump over them. I went to the left to see if there was a hidden star. It would probably have been cleared if that were the case. Tried to duck under him. I couldn't do that. I think the way to do it, if I remember right, is just to run and slide right away. I think that's how I did it. Eventually. So yeah, I get hit right at the bottom. And I do boo it. I'm like, this is just... It looks... I could tell it's garbage, though. You can tell. Yeah, I try a lot of different things right up front. Once I figure it out, it's nothing. I get hit by a Koopa going uphill. But after that, you just run forward. There's just a bunch of enemies, spam. There's some stuff, nothing here, I guess. It looks like some platforming, but that's not very hard. Here's one semi-difficult jump. Almost get hit by the bonsais there. And up. Best just to keep bouncing, man. We'll start right back there. Bonsai. Hit the spike and then jump over the Bowser. I'll leave him a note too. Kind of a funny one. There was another comment on the stage that just called it garbage, so he's probably not going to report me if he didn't report the other one. It's been 4 years. Did you ever become Big Timmy? I didn't look to see if he had made any more stages. I don't know. Kind of surprising that wasn't cleared, but that first chain jump was pretty garbagey. He must have been doing it some very easy way. I wonder if you just run forward. You might not even have to duck. 3rd stage is super annoying. You see the clear condition? That's never a good sign. Kill 2 Bowsers. But the worst part of the stage is this setup right here. I'm like, well, I must have to find another on-off or a shell or something to hit that on-off. So I jump over to the right. There's nothing there. It's death. And then I think, oh my god, you don't want me to slide down the wall and pop in there, do you? That's the only other thing I can see. That is exactly what you have to do, and this is so hard to do. I don't show a lot of attempts, but I died dozens of times doing this. It's very hard to get in that gap, and it's very easy to hit that on-off switch and then just fall. Or just walk off the thing, because you already have some sideways momentum. There, I almost did there. You saw me kind of scooch off the edge. And then you get into this clown car section. I'm so sick of the clown car. Clown car levels are such garbage. It took me a minute to figure out what to do. At first I thought I had to pound his stump, and I thought that would kill him. But you can see there are like death areas up top, bottom, and to the side. Eventually I figure out to the right is easiest to hit him towards. But you have to avoid the chain jump and the fireball. I speed the boss fights up, but I have a Bowser Jr. and then the first Bowser. And then there's the last battle is both of them together. The Bowser Jr. did not have a key, so in the future I just skip him. You have to kill the Bowser, but he also has a key. Yeah, you could just skip the Bowser Jr., the first Bowser Jr. The second one does have a key, though. Oh, and then, you could do a triple jump to get up there, but I was like, there's gotta be something in here, and it turned out to be a clown car. You could definitely triple jump up there. It'd be very hard. But the level did start off with that very difficult first jump, so it could have been a thing. And I left a note. Just in case. I don't think anyone is gonna play past that first jump. It's way too difficult. The rest of the level is not fun, but it's not undoable. I took a fire flower with me, but it doesn't turn out to be. I don't speed this section up because I die pretty quick, but I will the next time I get here. So eventually Bowser Jr. hits me with a shell. Or no, he hits me with his head, and I fall in the trap that I'm supposed to kill. I think you're supposed to push Bowser Jr. or Bowser into these, but you have a fire clown car, so I just fight him. Here's a sped up fight. Pretty not that hard to avoid. Not that difficult to avoid these guys, but there are two of them, so I almost got pushed into the right there. But that's more or less the level. He does make the ending a little more complicated than he needs to. This key door should drop you right on the flag, but no, instead it puts you like way back to the left. There's the chain chomp that I killed at the beginning. So yeah, you have to run all the way to the right. That's nearly the beginning of the stage. And I was like, that's the end. That's all I need. Garbage level. The fifth stage is called Hardcore. It's our 3D world stage. Really wanted that Super Mario Brothers 1 stage in here. This one is pretty lame, a pretty lame way to end the video on. But thankfully I do have that speed run of an actually good level. Yeah, there's some hidden blocks and stuff in this level. Not super hard to find, but I looked. Actually, I looked around for him and I didn't find him, and then I looked in the program and I was like, how the hell did I miss them? They're right on this final area. Right there. Third one has the fish in it, so you gotta immediately leap. And then we have a P-switch. I assume red bullets were coming out of there, but no, it's fish. Apparently it wasn't the first one who got that far, because there were a bunch of X's on the fish. We have a bit of a pick-a-pipe situation. I choose up, it's wrong. I'm looking right now, but yeah, it's just to the right. And then it looks like we have a Koopa clown car section, but I looked, you saw me pause, I looked, I'm like, I don't want to do a Koopa clown car. See if I can do it without it, and yeah, there was no reason to keep it. He wants you to go back and forth, but there's no reason, you just go straight off. He doesn't have anything preventing me from just skipping that whole clown car. Thankfully it gives me a mushroom here because I have some fire bros, and I do get hit, but one of them has the key. It's the one that starts on the top there. And here's a pom-pom fight that's actually not really that hard. I'm on this donut block. I just keep jumping on it so I don't fall. She probably could appear right in the middle, but I think she needs at least 2 blocks to appear, so it's less likely that she'll appear in the middle. Almost got killed there. And that's I think that's the level. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, you go through the warp box and it lands you right on the flag. So this final level, Sean MC5 is somebody I actually met through YouTube, but I know him on Facebook now as well. I think he was just starting playing this game when he found my videos. And he's a very good builder. He makes very good levels. And they're often very fun to speedrun. This one, there's a gimmick where you have to put boxes on ants and ride up the ants until you get to the clear pipes. But I was like, I think I know ways to skip those ants, so I do sort of box drops instead. But this is the speed run. I only do it once. Z jump there, grab the, but we have to wait for the snake block to get through here. We put the box right there, and here's where we do a little box drop action. Otherwise, you have to wait for the ants, which takes a minute. I think the upload time was 1.5 minutes or something like that. We'll just damage boost here since the checkpoint gave me a damage. I think there are definitely ways I could speed this up a little bit. This final bit, I really mess up with the stairs. I hit like every possible wall. But I still got it in about 33 seconds, which is a pretty good run. If you've made it this far anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week.